Security. Those members opposed say they won't support a temporary short-term fix. President Biden blasting House Republicans for failing to do their jobs.
It's a disgrace. We can't be playing politics while our troops stand in the breach. It's an absolute dereliction of duty.
If the government shuts down, 3.5 million federal workers could go unpaid, including 2 million military service members.
There are just millions of service members and their families that are now looking at the clock.
Nikita Fowler's husband is an active duty sailor in the Navy. She says she's been sifting through their family's budget, preparing for how long they can afford bills and groceries without his salary.
We live on a military base, so every service from the commissary, doctor's offices, I can't imagine that there is not one aspect of our life that this shutdown will not impact in some way.
Tens of millions of Americans who rely on Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid will still get their payments during a shutdown. But government agencies warned their services could slow down. Nearly 56,000 TSA agents and 20,000 Border Patrol officers will still be required to report to work, even without pay. National parks and federal landmarks also expected to close. Instead, visitors will take in sights like this from the 2018 shutdown. Trash piling up outside federal buildings as hourly janitors were sent home without a paycheck. Also at risk, up to 7 million mothers and children who could lose access to critical nutrition assistance if the federal WIC program runs out of funds.
The Senate is set to hold a procedural vote today on its own plan to keep the government funded, but that's meeting some opposition from Republicans who are against additional aid for Ukraine. And House Speaker McCarthy has said any bill that includes Ukraine aid is a non-starter in the House. Gio.
And Elizabeth, I think a lot of people at home are wondering this right now. How does the government decide who gets paid?
Well, Gio, federal agencies have been working on contingency plans to determine who needs to report to work without a paycheck. About 820,000 federal workers will be sent home without pay. And through all of this, members of Congress will still get their own salaries. Gio.
A lot of people talking about that. All right, Elizabeth, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to